Good afternoon. I'd like to start off by introducing you to Frank. He's a plant manager in Toshiba, where he oversees the production of thousands of hard disks every day. He's a good engineer, and he always works well. But unfortunately, his motors don't. Specifically, these types of motors. And they have thousands of them. And they pay around 120,000 euros a month just to keep them running. But this dependence on motors puts them at risk because just one bad motor and the whole production stops, causing lost productivity and lost revenue. With industries reporting that it costs them more than $250,000 per hour of downtime. And not to mention the bad service that might lead to lost clients and a bad reputation. And while they can hire the best maintenance engineers like Frank, majority of the faults still go by undetected. So with motors as the backbone of the industrial world, don't you think they deserve more attention? We do. That's why we came up with OneWatt, where we prevent problems by listening. We created a device that can hear your motor's resonant frequency when they're working properly, or their grumbles when they're upset. We literally began listening to motors. This is our embedded acoustic recognition sensor, or EARS for short. Using this with machine learning and frequency analysis, we are able to detect and predict faults before they happen, protecting you from unplanned downtimes. And we don't stop at being predictive. We can tell you exactly what, when, and where the fault will be, down to the centimeter. So you don't need to take apart that whole motor just to look for one faulty bearing, removing the guesswork in the maintenance activities. So now, let me walk you through the entire installation process. First, you get the device. 2, you put it anywhere near the motor. And that's it. The beauty of our sensor is we are as non-intrusive as possible. We didn't need to touch your motor, ensuring that we have zero effect on your production. Within minutes, Frank can relax, knowing that his facility is monitored and protected. He can check the historical status of his motors and get notified of critical events that require his attention, anytime, anywhere, web, or mobile. With OneWatt installed, Frank and his team can identify faults earlier, prevent revenue losses, and remove the guesswork in their maintenance activities. But while Frank is unique to us, there are millions other that have the same issue. Globally, there are around 500 million motors, and they continue to grow 10% every year. So just to put that into perspective, for every baby born anywhere in the world, there are 10 other motors being deployed. And that means this segment is a big deal, with an estimated worth of 3 billion euros, and it's continuing to grow. And that's why there are other people who are jumping into this field, but they don't really listen to the industry's needs. They only work on a specific set of motors, they require disruption in your processes, or they cost a lot in terms of money and time. OneWatt offers all these out of the box. For just 69 euros per month, you can protect your assets worth tens of thousands from committing a catastrophe worth hundreds of thousands. So just imagine, with OneWatt preventing just one unplanned downtime, the system would have paid for itself 3,000 times over. That's like 300 years worth of our subscription fees. All this technology is made possible by our team's unique blend with decades worth of experience in engineering, management, data science, and distributed computing, all working together towards one goal: make sure things work the way they should. So we joined Rockstart last April, and they have really accelerated our growth. We were able to connect with customers and experts, and we heard their real issues. And since then, we have accomplished significant achievements. We created our first prototype and trained it to 95% accuracy in identifying the top 8 common faults in motors. We have started our pilots with NG, Gasuni, and Spit. And now, we are closing investments and also engaging clients in Southeast Asia. And that is just the beginning. In the next 18 months, we have a lot more planned. And 250,000 will get us there. First, we want to improve our production, lower the cost of our hardware, get industrial certifications, and service the clients in our pipeline. Next, we want to build our sales capabilities. This would allow us to build relationships with our sales channels, like the OEMs and service providers, and at the same time, close deals with existing industrial facilities. All this to have 1,000 ears installed and bring us to profitability. But at OneWatt, we always want to go beyond. We can do a lot more with our ears, from monitoring other assets like valves to transformers and becoming industrial assistants. We plan to unlock them all. But that is for a different conversation. I am Paulo, the CTO of OneWatt. If you are interested about our product or you know anyone who is great at sales and shares the same obsession as we do have a chat with us. We love to listen. Thank you.